What's going on, everybody? My name is Chandler with the Z, and today's video we're looking at the top pickups, the top matchups for people that they teased in Death Battle. So at the end of Season 7, they released a Season 8 teaser trailer that had characters in the words, so we're going to go through those one by one and discuss basically what the best matchups are for those characters and who I think they're gonna fight and who I think's gonna win those fights. So let's actually look at the first one. The first one is the first possible matchups. There's kind of two. People think it could be Luke. It might be Luke. There's a minority of us think it's Luke, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Yoda. Everybody wants it to be Yoda because although I go over both just so that we have both options there. Anyway, so the first matchup for Luke was that I found. I'm going to do all the Luke matchups first and then the Yoda ones at the end. Was Arthuria Pendragon from the Fate series. I think it's a very interesting matchup. I think they're all interesting matchups to pick. I try not to pick uninteresting matchups. I think the Force will overwhelm Arthuria. I don't think Saber. I don't think she has any resistance to mental attacks. She might, and then again, I don't know if Luke has a defense to her Noble Phantasm. I think that's what they're called. Let me double check to make sure that's what they're called. I think they're called Noble Phantasms. Yeah, Noble Phantasms. That's what they are called. Okay. Anyways, Luke might not be able to counter that, but he could stop it probably with the Force ability. But I don't know. Arthuria might, Saber might have a stronger will. I don't know if she has a stronger will than Luke, but we'll see. That's that matchup. I give the edge to Luke. Naruto versus Luke. I think this is a closer version of Kenobi versus Kakashi. But I think Luke still takes the edge. I think Luke still takes the win. But I still think this would be a very interesting matchup. Yeah, and I give the edge to Luke. But I think Naruto gives Luke more run for his money, especially if Kurama comes out. If Kurama comes out, then I don't know if Luke's going to be able to stand up to Kurama. But that is I mean, they're definitely going to give him Kurama. But I don't know. I definitely have to give the edge to Luke because I'm pretty sure. Well, Naruto does have a strong will. Anyway, I give the edge to Luke. I don't think Naruto really has anything to counter the Force, but Kurama might be able to overpower it. It'll be interesting for sure. Any Red Ranger versus Luke Skywalker would be very interesting, and you know who I'm going with. Shout out to Uncrowned Otaku. I'm ready for you in Season 8, boy. Bring it. This is my second favorite matchup for Luke. I think this is a very interesting sci-fi swordsman. I don't think Zero can really counter the Force, though, so I give the edge to Luke. Dante versus Luke is definitely the best matchup from all the matchups that I was able to find. Took me forever to actually find, I didn't even find a good matchup picture for Dante and Luke. I think Dante has a wide enough variety in his arsenal that he's going to give Luke a run for his money. I give Luke the edge very hesitantly here. Anyways, moving on to Yoda. Yoda's the most requested matchup that seemed to be super popular was versus Meta Knight. I don't think Meta Knight could overcome the Force, and I think this ends up being a stomp for Yoda because I think Yoda has a strong connection to the Force. Professor X versus Yoda. I think Professor X could pull this off. Mentally, I think he is stronger or he has probably some crazy comics feats where he beats like a god or something. So he definitely has a stronger mind than I think Yoda would be able to overcome. I think Yoda has years of wisdom on Professor X, because if I remember correctly, I don't really know how old Professor X is, because he's kind of young and then he loses his hair. So that makes him look older. But anyway, I digress. I think Professor X takes this win. I think he has more feats to pull from. Gandalf versus Yoda. I honestly I just want to see a Lord of the Rings representation. I think Gandalf, especially Gandalf the White, will definitely beat Yoda. Considering Gandalf the White is kind of like a demigod, that level of power, but I think his magic would be able to overcome the Force. Mickey Mouse versus Yoda. I feel like all the matchups I did for Yoda, I said Yoda's not going to win except for Meta Knight. But Mickey Mouse versus Yoda, I think this is very similar to Dante versus Luke. I think Mickey Mouse has a huge range of abilities and things he can use, and especially drawing on Kingdom Hearts abilities and feats and that nonsense. I think there's a lot of stuff that Mickey brings to the table that Yoda's going to have a hard time dealing with. So I give Mickey the slight edge here, just to... because he just has a lot. He has a lot, and I don't know if Yoda can deal with everything that Mickey can throw at him. And I also give Mickey a little bit of edge to be able to resist the Force. Anyway, that's it for my matchups for the first teaser, and I will see you in episode 2.